Ever wonder how the YouTube Shorts algorithm works? I know I certainly do. As anyone who's watched Shorts before, you would know that YouTube Shorts are an interesting place. So, I wanted to do kind of a deep dive into the YouTube Shorts algorithms and some of the ins and outs with some stats and insights. So the setup for this video is pretty straightforward. First, I created a brand new channel, which you guys can see here. And then for the watching, I went straight to the Shorts feed, so I didn't click in on any videos to create any sort of biasing. I watched all 100 Shorts in a row, so no biasing between sessions. And then finally, for the actual watching of the videos, I watched every single video in its entirety and liked every single one, so the YouTube Shorts algorithm has no true idea what sort of videos I actually enjoy to watch. Now, with all that said, I'll be breaking up this video into 5 parts. The very first video, videos 2 through 10, videos 11 through 50, and then videos 51 through 100, and then finally some stats and insights that I collected along the way. So, let us get right into the very first part, the first video. Going into this video, I think I was most intrigued by what YouTube was going to suggest a new user first. I went in expecting some sort of mega popular video or some video from a super famous creator, or maybe even a corporation. Maybe even just starting off with an ad to give a real view of what Shorts is going to be like. A little foreshadowing right there. But as I clicked on the Shorts feed, the first video I was presented with was, drumroll, an ice skating video? I won't lie, this was actually a pretty cool video that I enjoyed, but it was genuinely the absolute last thing I was expecting from the algorithm. The video had 4.6 million views and 179,000 likes, but the channel it came from, called Ev the Skater, only had 26.7 thousand subscribers. If I had to take a guess as to why this video was suggested first, it is YouTube really just trying to take a shot in the dark as to what sort of video I like. I'll kind of discuss it a bit more later, but I broke up every single short I viewed into kind of these 9 categories, which you can see here, which I like to call niches, or kind of the genre of content users typically enjoy. Obviously, this video would fall into the sports category, with the algorithm basically poking me to see how I respond, and it would either show me more of this type of video, a little more foreshadowing there, or it would get removed from my feed. We will kind of continue to discuss this trend later as the algorithm evolves and kind of begins to understand our new user a little bit more. Moving on to the rest of the first 10, we begin to see some of the trends we get to develop and actually one trend breaker. Beginning with the oddity, there actually wasn't a single ad in any of this first 10, which was completely crazy to me, because if you've watched Shorts before, you would know that you're just constantly getting ads. Now, trying to put my thinking cap on here, the reason I think that they do this is to try to get you hooked initially, and then as soon as you begin kind of doom scrolling, they're just going to bombard you with ads because they know you're not going to click away because of the ads. Now, getting into the videos themselves, it immediately began transitioning my user videos into magic videos. Now, I personally thought that this was kind of odd because I don't feel like I've ever actually seen a magic video on my personal Shorts feed. But if this is like a super common thing, just let me know down in the comments. Maybe I'm just out of the loop with magic, I suppose. Another trend that I noticed is the absolute popularity of super mega popular videos, with 3 having over 100 million views. Now again, trying to think a little bit about this, the reason I think that they do this is YouTube is trying to determine what type of niches the user enjoys with videos they know are successes. Any video with over 100 million views, YouTube knows for a fact it is entertaining, whether you agree or not. The rest of the first half of the shorts were really uneventful for the most part. You know, we couldn't stay away from ads forever, getting this ad here at video number 14. After this point, we actually never went a stretch of 5 videos without an ad after that point, which is kind of insane to me. Another intriguing thing that I found was the transition from one niche to another. Like I said, in the first 10, we got a lot of magic videos, but actually, funnily enough, after those first 10 videos, we never saw another magic video, which is kind of surprising because we did watch every single video in its entirety and liked every single one. But we kind of began transitioning into sports and sports edits, kind of like this one here, and AI/comedy/ you know the videos right here. If I just point to it, you know what it is. I probably could have even just said Subway Surfers, and you know what I'm talking about. Another thing I noticed across this set of 39 videos here was just the severe drop in quality. A lot of these videos were just those garbage AI shorts that you just get absolutely killed with in the feed. And I personally put a subjective rating on each one of these videos, and across this set of 39 had an average rating of 4.48. So definitely not great. This is where truly the ugly head of YouTube Shorts kind of flared up for me, especially the mixture of the terrible videos and the constant ads. It just made the watching experience really, really poor. A final thing that I noticed was a trend that would kind of continue through the rest of the 100 shorts is a transition from like really big YouTubers up here and kind of funneled down into smaller and smaller YouTubers. One way this is going to be shown is at the average of number of 100 million views videos. Like I mentioned, in the first 10 we had 3, But over this next 39, we actually only had one. If I had to again a guess, I would assume that basically they're starting you up really big videos up here, and then they're basically trying to figure out where they can kind of funnel you down into smaller and smaller videos, figuring out what exactly type of content you enjoy. And based on your preferences, it will either strengthen and weaken certain types of videos towards your feed. Going through the rest of the 100, it was much of the same. Ads every 4 to 5 videos, switching niches constantly, and a lot of videos that honestly just made me want to claw my eyes out. One thing I did notice was the prevalence of a TikTok dance. Now, one thing about me, never would have guessed it looking at me, I am not up to date with all the TikTok dances. But out of a set of 10 videos, I got 4 videos of this exact same TikTok dance here. And when I tell you guys, I have never heard this song in my life before. Now, for the rest of this set of videos, I kind of wanted to do something a little bit different here. I want to shout out one video that I really enjoyed and kind of discuss one video I really didn't enjoy. Now, we're going to start with the good, and it's from this YouTuber here, CJ Bartholomew. It's a pogo stick trick video, and I think it was a really cool video. Also, their channel only has 690 subscribers, but I personally would put it in my top 5 most favorite shorts out of this set of 100. Now, we have to get into the bad. To prevent any sort of controversy, I won't be showing any sort of channel names or video names, so hopefully you guys won't be able to find it and show them hate. That's not the goal of anything like this. I kind of just wanted a bit of a discussion, but it's this video, as you can see here. I vehemently hate this sort of content, but yes, that is a guy doing a try not to laugh about people with disabilities. Now, I've already made a short about this content a little bit in the cost of success, but I personally just think that this is too far, to be honest. But it has 2.7 million views here, which you can't really argue with. As you can kind of see, this sort of stuff is really encouraged by YouTube, which I just really don't agree with. If you have an opinion that's either similar to mine or different to mine, you can leave it down in the comments. I'll respond to each one of those with my thoughts. Just genuinely curious how people feel about that sort of thing. Now for the fun part, the nerdy stats that I find super duper interesting. For the average values, even though they're probably not the most useful, I still think they're pretty cool. The average subscriber count was, for the 100, was 2.9 million subscribers, so lots of really big channels. Average likes per video was around 996,000, and the average views were 3.1 million views. More helpful, my average subjective ranking, it came in right around 4.5, and it kind of verifies my claim that the overall quality was much lower than my typical viewing experience. Now getting into the videos by category, which you guys can see here, and I'll kind of leave it up as I discuss it. Obviously, in first place, we have ads, with being shown 20 times out of the 100 videos at 1 out of 5 rate. This rate is even especially higher because of that first 14 with no ads, like I mentioned. So it's probably closer to around 1.4 and 5, 1 and 4.75, something like that. Now, actually tied with ads, what I thought was crazy, were shorts related to sports and activewear, kind of grouped together any sort of short sports videos, any sort of gym videos, anything like that. Coming up behind them, we have a tie between 2 different categories, being comedy/AI videos. Maybe not the most related, but I decided to kind of tie those 2 together. It kind of felt right to me. And then also tied with them is the movie, music, and TV. So kind of the reality world, or not reality world, but you know what I'm trying to say. Those 3 make sense together. Both coming in at 17 out of 100, so right around 1 in 6 videos, right about that. Below that, we've got family and food being 12 out of 100. And then outside of that, we have the rest of the categories being like gaming, videos I really didn't like, art, science, and anything that didn't fall into any of those categories. Surprisingly enough, I actually didn't get any sort of shorts of the sort of content I like to make, which kind of is the informative, me trying to convey knowledge, that sort of stuff, which probably doesn't say the best sort of stuff about the shorts I'm making, but I enjoy the content I make. So for my final thoughts, I think YouTube Shorts can be an enjoyable place at times. I think especially once the Shorts algorithm kind of figures out your niches in, I think it can recommend some really good videos, but I also am aware of the obvious concerns, and I do think that they sometimes appear more prevalently than we would like to experience. But yeah, this was a super fun video to record. I will also leave a link to this Excel. I will try my best to make sure it's open to everyone. Leave a link down in the comments so you guys can kind of click through, look at all the videos I have found, look at the likes, subscribers, all that sort of stuff. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Yeah, thank you all so much for watching.